that you're knee deep in the UFO world right now. And I assume the alien world as well. That's kind of, peas in the pod.
Interlinked, yeah. I was about a year ago, and then I got sick of it, and then I went to I'm doing a tour in the United States, and then I realized that all of my shows are so Australian-centric that, there's no point. The only one that I can do is the alien one. But I don't know how deep you guys have ever gone down that rabbit hole, but I think
Kyle,
we all enjoy a good conspiracy, yeah?
Yeah, they're fun.
The alien one is honestly, there's like a few CIA ones where I'm just like, yeah, I could see that happening. Most of the time, I think that when you actually do look into a conspiracy long enough, you're like, this is pretty stupid. The alien one is one of the only ones where I just think like, maybe it could have happened. There's a couple of examples where you just think like, at the very least, missing scene,
Just depends how you go at it.
More to it.
Like if you say like they could be out there, but who knows? Then it's like, yeah, that I don't think that's something that anyone's going to go, 0%. Well, some people might, but if you're like they 100% landed in 1954 in this area of New Mexico, and they have its head in like a Futurama style stasis jar, and that's how we learned, supersonic flight. Then it's like, all right, well, you've added a lot of stuff to that. How far in are you?
There, I'm there.
You're there. All right.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm that far in. Also, because it's just very fun to take that case. Like, who wants to take the case of like, oh yeah, I think there might be some amoebas somewhere on Mars or something. This doesn't count.
Yeah.
They have to be smarter than you and be able to control your mind, and of course probe you. That's a given. That like all of these things have to happen for you to be like a believer, I reckon. It's just. Yeah, it's a better universe to think that it is, but it's always the same thing. Every time you do the show afterwards, it's one of the only things ever where I feel like skeptics, even when you entertain the idea of UFOs, they're kind of just like, well, I had fun. It's at least got that to it. Also, my show is basically just exactly the same as whatever Steven Spielberg's new film was. I just watched that and I was like, he stole my idea. Like the whole thing. It's incredible. Yeah. Like have you guys seen that film?
I haven't yet. I plan to. Yeah, it's called
Disclosure Day.
It's called Disclosure Day. That's the one.
Yeah, it's not like that. Just
wow, it just seems like it's
wasn't
like what? It wasn't even advertised or anything. It seems like no one knows that it.
Yeah, it
wasn't a big
It did not make a ripple in my world. I haven't had a single friend mention it to me. I only know because I was looking up movie times the other day because I was like, I have to get out of this fucking hotel. There's got to be something to go watch, and I was like, Disclosure Day. Like, and then you thought it's weird for a Spielberg movie to just float under the radar, and people instead are like, hey, did you see this fucking 22-year-old made a horror movie and it's blowing up?
Yeah. I know.
It must not be that great.
No, it's not. It really isn't. Like, honestly, the first 2 hours of that film could have been taken out entirely. And it was really weird. It's like the first 2 hours is so boring that I'm not paying attention. Even in the car chase scenes or anything like that, I'm still just like, God, I'm looking at my watch. And in the last 15 minutes, you're like, what the fuck? What? It's actually kind of like the ramp up when you have weed brownies or something. That's the same thing. It's just like nothing for 2 hours and you're like, holy shit. But then it just ends. That's the film. It's the strangest of his that I've ever seen.
I mean, my guess just based on the title.
Version of that. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. Where do people see it?
That's the show. I don't know. Like everywhere. I'm going everywhere.
Sick.
I'm going to a lot of places.
Where can they find all your bookings and shows?
FriendlyJordies Live. I think LA sold out. I might have to add another show to that. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, go to FriendlyJordies Live and check that out. Go see him. My guess on the title of Disclosure Day is like, is it a bunch of military guys like sitting around a scary circular table being like, the public isn't ready for this sort of truth? And they're like, it's not our place to hide it, sir. And then like some rogue scientist trying to, is that exactly what it is?
Don't you think? Like you said the plot in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Really you didn't need any more than that. But what he has like a vignette of all of the really historical moments in UFO history. Those ones where you kind of just like, something definitely happened there. You know, I don't want to say publicly that it was aliens, but I think it is in my head privately. And it's those kind of moments where it's like, there had to be some big government experiment or something very big must have happened at that moment for it to be that, like the classic, like, don't worry, citizens, it was a weather balloon. It's like, wasn't that?
It was
a weather balloon, though.
Well, I've seen those clips with that guy on Joe Rogan. I think Kyle sent them to me maybe a couple of years ago at this point, where the Air Force guy is like, we saw these things and the higher ups were telling us to not mention anything about it, but it was moving in directions and stopping and starting so quickly that we really couldn't fathom what it was. And it was, gaining and losing altitude so rapidly. We had no idea. And of course, like the Joe Rogan part of the clip was like, whoa. Did you think they're have you ever seen like a orangutan's fingers? And it's like, Joe, stay with me. Like,
Are you talking about Bob Lazar? But yeah, they have those military guys who have experienced like something they can't explain. It seems like at the core of almost all those UFO and alien conspiracies is a government that wants to keep them hidden for some reason. Meanwhile, there's like 200 governments that would all have to be in on that, or at least several of them to some extent or another. And then like, why?
A lot of my space stuff comes from you because you're the person in my life who's most into it. Did you tell me like over enough time everything evolves into a crab?
I think it's called carcinogation.
Something like that. Yes, yes.
It's like multiple times on this planet. Everything always evolves toward crab shape. It really does. There's a word for it. It's called like carcinization or something like that.
Crustaceanization?
No, that would be seem to be more apt. But things evolve into crabs over and over independently. That sort of body size and or body shape and like way of mobility and everything.
They're pretty good at surviving. They regrow stuff. Have you ever seen that crab that had like a fucked up wonky arm and it just like reaches with the other claw and
tears it off,
rips its own arm off, and then just goes about his day? He's like, it'll be back.
I've seen him pull it off and throw it like a predator and be like, take this, leave me alone. And then like scuttle away.
I do think that if Earth somehow became less hospitable, right? It's harder for life to exist. Humans would be right there towards the end. I don't know about last. There's going to be some bacteria or cockroach that outlives us. But if there's mammals alive, it might be us.
Well, yeah, of course. We could build like deep underground bunkers and fill them up with food and live for long periods of time.
You're right, but it wasn't so of course to me. It was like, we're pretty big. We're a little harder to feed. We take more water. Like we're not the easiest thing to keep alive, but we're pretty good at staying alive.
Eventually the sun is going to swell and get way brighter. The luminosity is going to increase to the point where it boils off all the Earth's oceans.
That's what Big Sun wants you to think.
Big sunscreen.
yes. Kyle's in the pocket of Coppertone. Don't listen to him.
Need SPF 10,000 when that day comes. But that's like 800 million or 1 billion years away or something like that. And if they don't know, they've kind of done the math to try to figure out, is it going to melt the Earth? Like, will the crust melt? Or will we just get toasted like a marshmallow? And so they're now leaning toward more likely to be toasted like a marshmallow than completely melted. And because the bacteria, even in the soil, we've talked about that like underground biome that exists with bacteria like kilometers deep under the Earth. Like that stuff dies if the crust melts. If everything gets all melty, then everything dies. But nothing else beside that could like get rid of all the Earth, all the life on Earth. You would need like another planet to hit us or something like that.
That'd be big.
Well, that's happened before.
A planet hit planet Earth?
Yeah. A planet called Theia hit Earth. That's where our moon came from.
Oh, of course, yeah. I always thought that was a comet or an asteroid or something. So
no, it was about
a planet that smacked in.
Yeah, like a Mars-sized planet called Theia hit the Earth. And,
was there anything on Earth at the time, or like no damage? Yeah, okay.
It seems like Earth should have cleared out its orbit, so maybe Earth wasn't a planet at the time.
Yeah, that's when it became a planet. That was when it was.
That was the moment that we hit the final hurdle.
Okay. Yeah. And apparently Earth had a ring system at one point, like Saturn did.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. And lots of cool stuff like that. No, I
remember that.
I don't think there are any aliens visiting us. And if there are, I think that it's like it's those things we've talked about before, Woody, those von Neumann probes that sort of like you've got a probe, a robot that travels the galaxy at like sublight speeds, and it's a machine civilization. These are people who have stopped being organic and they've uploaded their consciousness into a machine mind, and so they essentially live forever. So it doesn't matter that the probe takes 100,000 years to get to the next star system, because they live forever. And then the probe gets to the next star system, it mines an asteroid, makes a double of itself that also does the same, and then those go to different star systems. And even at sublight speeds, you can colonize the whole galaxy of, the Milky Way is like 250 million stars, maybe billion stars. I get mixed up, but you could colonize the whole thing within several million years. So like if those are here, then we wouldn't know about it other than to occasionally see something like zip across the sky or do something weird or move in an odd way. You know what I mean? And they also, like, another thing that would explain the way that if the things people are seeing are aliens and not Chinese drones, then like it could be the zoo hypothesis, which is that there's some like really powerful, like maybe galactic empire, and they're keeping us sort of in like a game reserve where nobody comes and messes with us because we're developing, but we're kind of like a zoo. We're like those black kids that they had in the zoos in Belgium back in 1920s. Like they're keeping an eye on us.
Don't say.
I always thought it was more. Yeah, it could be. It could be sort of like retarded. How we have the North Sentinelese now. Like they just know that we.
That's exactly what's
alone, and it's a national park, more or less.
Exactly. It's the exact same thing. That's a lot of people bring up the North Sentinelese whenever they talk about the zoo hypothesis for an answer to the what do you call it, paradox?
Fermi. Are you guys
Fermi
interested
paradox,
in that?
In what, the Fermi paradox?
Well, I don't even know what the hell that is. So.
it's like it. This doctor named Fermi was at Los Alamos having lunch with his buddies while they figured out how to nuke and he was like, "Where is everybody? The universe is this many years old and the size is this big. Like they should be here by now. We should have seen them. Where is everybody?" That's the question.
Yeah.
Everyone else at the lunch table is like, "Oh my god, not again." I don't know why we invite him. I don't know why we invite this guy. This guy's the fucking worst.